Yes, thank you so very much for joining us for another edition of the John Mayaki Show. We are glad to have you today on the show. We are sorry for starting behind schedule. Unfortunately, if there's anything I hate trying to correct generally is keeping to time. Last month, we discussed why people pray for some persons to die. Today, we are going to discuss Asiwaju Bola Tinubu again. When he was out of the country, a lot of rumors were rife. Oh, he went for this. The man is no more. Oh, a lot of inordinate thinking and a lot of thinking. We did a program on this show to say why this? Why do people think that until someone dies before you can have opportunity to fly? Today, ahead of the 2023 general elections, some support groups championing the presidency of former Lagos State Governor Bola Tinubu have emerged. They have kickstarted activities to convince the leader of the All Progressive Congress to contest the election. So, although the former Lagos State Governor has not officially declared to contest the next presidential election, but some pressure groups vowed that they will even approach the court to secure an order of mandamus to compel the leader of the APC to contest. And so before his return from the medical trip in the UK, visitors flooded his abode in London. The president was there, the Senate, a lot of people from the National Assembly, APC leaders, governors were all there. Now that he's back in town, the traffic of visitors, including eminent personalities, have grown even more busier in Bodilon. Besides, many groups have emerged, popular among them being the Bola Tinubu support group, with the stated objective to selling the Tinubu candidacy to Nigerians. Others are groups like the Southwest Agenda, also known as Swagger 2023. There is also the Tinubu Transformation Agenda, known as Titan, among others. Today on the John Mayaki Show, we have a guest, the Director of Media and Publicity of the Tinubu Support Group, Tosin Adeyanju. Tosin Adeyanju, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Nigeria. Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so very much for joining us.
Well, we understand this support group will be unveiling the Asiwaju Bola Tinubu'S Legacies and also inaugurate the state steering committees in Abuja on the 23rd of this month. Can you please give us a sense of what this event is all about and what you plan to achieve?
Yes, basically, TSG has been on for almost a year now, quietly working underground, trying to galvanize support for national leader. And we've been working on data, research, public opinion poll, and strategy all this while. And based on the data available to us, we feel it's right for us to inaugurate the state steering committees so that we can begin work in earnest to galvanize support from the grassroots, from the units to the ward level, to local government, to states, and to the federal. And that's the basis for the inauguration of the steering committees on Saturday, 23rd of this month. So, and we also want to unveil these legacies. Many people are not aware who Asiwaju is. You just hear that he's the national leader of APC. Most Nigerians don't even know what he has done. And that is why we are doing some snippet of some of his legacies when he was governor of Lagos and showcasing it to Nigeria so that we can simplify it for them to see what he has done in the past and what he can do for this country be given the opportunity to lead Nigeria in 2023. And we have no doubt in our mind that by the time we get to Asiwaju, based on data, based on the facts, based on the popular opinion of Nigerians, he will not turn us down. And that's why we are doing what we are doing in TS2.
But some persons have argued that Nigeria is too large for you to compare. For you to compare its achievements in Lagos, you cannot compare the achievement in Lagos to say it can also govern Nigeria. That Nigeria is more complex than what you have in Lagos.
Lagos is a mini Nigeria. Lagos is larger population-wise than about 10 West African countries. So for anybody to sit down that you cannot use its reference point as governor of Lagos to sell it, it's not true. This is a man that makes the revenue generation of Lagos at 600 million. By the time he was leaving office, it was 25 billion naira. This is a man that turned around the economy and security architecture of Lagos. So if he can do that in Lagos, he can do that in Nigeria. This is a man that left the legacy of last man, that fixed the transport system before he became governor of Lagos. We all are witnesses to how it is, how difficult it is for people to navigate in Lagos routes. But today we have a last man that control traffic and make use of moving around Lagos easy. These are some of his legacies. And up to today, it's continuing in Lagos. This is a man that put up a 25 rolling plan, master plan for Lagos, and successive administration in Lagos has followed suit. And that is why most governors go to Lagos to go and learn how they run the affairs of state. Most Nigerian governors, the other day it was Kebbi State, Kano, Jigawa, most of them have gone to go and learn what they are doing in Lagos that make them successful. And these are blueprints, these are master plan that was initiated by Asiwaju Bola Tinubu'S in 1999. So for anybody to sit back and say, cannot, because he ruled Lagos successfully, he cannot rule Nigeria, I think he has a capacity and capability and the wherewithal to lead this country, because history has shown students of politics are everywhere. So for us, a good leader is his team. If you have a good team, you'll be a good leader. And until Asiwaju knows how to pick a good team. So that's why Nigerians are yearning for him to come on board and do the the mantle of leadership and continue from where our leader Mohammed Buhari stopped.
Thank you so very much. If you're watching us live from any part of the
country, both abroad, please use the phone lines on the screen and contribute to this show. You are free to call in any moment from now and contribute. Mr. Tosi, thank you so very much. But some people also say that it's too early in the day and that the activities of these support groups, such as SWAGA, such as TSG, sorry, let me pick this call. Okay, such as SWAGA, such as TSG, such as Titan, are even heating up the polity before the general election next year. Do you think so?
For us, we don't think we are heating up any polity. We are not in government. Asiwaju is not in government. The business of government is going on. And what we are doing, as I said earlier, you might not have heard about this until now. We've been on ground for more than a year, working quietly. And this is the first time that we are coming public to inaugurate our state structures, because we believe the time is right. This is time for politics. Nobody can hide the fact that that we are in the scene of politics. So for us in TSG, we don't think there's any distraction, because people that are responsible for governance of Nigeria are doing their job. We that were working for Asiwaju, we are doing our work without distracting the people that are involved. So for us, I think it's not early. I think INEC has started preparation for 2023, and I think any serious person that wants to be president of Nigeria should be in the field right now working for his actualization of his ambition, and that's what we are doing at TSG.
But it is not clear if you have your group has sought the consent of the national leader to go ahead with what you're doing. Is it true you have not taken instructions to do what you're doing?
I think I'm not sure is that yet. As I've said, these are TSJ patriots, progressives that believes that believes in the ideals, values, and legacies of Asiwaju that have come together to drive this project, to galvanize support for him, to call upon him that he cannot turn down Nigerians, he cannot turn down this clarion call to lead this country to 23. So for us, it's not a way of what we are doing, but we are not doing the patriotic duty for this nation, and to call on somebody that we feel that has the capacity to lead us. So I think at the right time, we have no choice than to listen to the yearnings of Nigerians and the general opinion of people on the need for him to accept to lead this battle.
Is it true that there's a gentleman's agreement when the party was formed that power will return to the South?
As I've said earlier, we were not interested in agreement. Asiwaju is a national candidate. He's not a regional candidate. And all his records have shown that this man is not a regional politician. In Lagos, when he was governor, he appointed an Igbo man, Ben Akabweze, which is today the DG budget. He was an Igbo man. He appointed an Hausa man in his cabinet. He appointed a South man, a minority in this country. So this is a man, is a pan-Nigerian. This is a man that made Honorable James Fadeke for Okuti, the local government chairman, two-time local government chairman, Adon chairman in Lagos. Today is a third-time member in the House of Representatives. It's not from Lagos State. So we should not be talking about region. We're talking about a nationalist. It's somebody that believes in the Nigerian project, somebody that believes that irrespective of tribe, religion, color, so long you have capacity, he will work with you. So what are we talking about? He's not interested in any region. We're not promoting him as a regional candidate. We believe he's a nationalist. We believe he's somebody that the whole Nigerians are young.
Sorry.
And that is what we're
very sorry. Let me pick this call. Hello?
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. Your name and where you calling from, please?
Yes, my name is Honorable Theophilus from Edo State.
Calling from Edo State?
Yes.
All right, go ahead with your contribution, please.
Yes, sir. I just sent a message. When I called you, that's why I sent the message. I'm a lover of Tinubu and I want to be involved. I saw your number on social media and the member of the party, legal advice candidate of Central.
Okay, you are a member. You want to be involved in the Tinubu support group?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so very much for this call. We'll get back to you. We'll talk to Mr. Tosin. Mr. Tosin is the media and publicity officer in that office. We'll get him across so that he can link you up. Thank you so very much for joining. Mr. Tosin, the man speaking live is the man that can help you. So I'll get him your number so that he can link you up.
Okay.
Thank you so very much. No problem, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, sir. Mr. Tosin, it seems you are getting some support on the show right now. Some persons are calling in to say they want to get in touch with you to join their support. There's another caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Damisa Jibar. I'm calling from the government.
Calling from Abuja. Damisa, thank you so very much. Your contribution, please.
Yeah, it's not down to say that the day Asiwaju Bola Tinubu'S when they are not so clear. Don't be the very way to this country, people down to the serious with the sustain and not the Bola. I'm unveiling what this man has done and calling it what he project. The country that every country in Africa is one of them. Coming to turn Nigeria to a project stop by Lagos. We want to talk on Nigeria is not as a nation. There is not Nigeria without Lagos. We will say that who contribute and give the sense of our total revenue. Who meditate to grab their neck to live. And I heard the number saying that the local government can now go to standard and Lagos. That is not the reality to measure development. We have to look at what this man has been able to bring together. The legacies, which have become the fundamental fulcrum of development and Nigeria now. In short, legacy is used in developing Lagos, the model India project, and transform Lagos to a major city in Africa. In such a man is coming to become the number one of this country. I think we should be very grateful to God and to even be appealing to him to come and contest and take Nigeria from the shackles of the development. Everything in Lagos works because there is a man who has been able to establish that over time. And such a man is the same person coming to say, what I have done in Lagos, the transformation I've done today, I am coming to bring them on the table on the larger scale of this country as we go. And that is the greatest that ever happened to us in our after the revolution of the is for Bola and the Tinubu to becoming our president. We shouldn't play politics with this. Whoever they have the interest of this country at heart should be able to say that this country.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Ojobai. I so much appreciate that call. We appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Tosin. Another person called from Abuja here saying Nigerians should support the aspiration of Bola Tinubu. But I come back to you again. To his growing army of followers, the nation is facing a crisis of effective leadership. There is this electoral reforms that the National Assembly passed concerning the primaries of political parties, how you nominate your candidates. Mr. Tosin, the National Assembly has just passed that bill into law. How will you describe that?
Well, I think it's a landmark. It's a landmark bill that has been passed by the National Assembly. Kudos to them. This is what popular participation.
Okay.
So sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's a popular bill that Nigerians are happy about. We must commend the National Assembly for passing direct primaries. In 1993 SDP days, it was option 84, which was direct primaries. And I think for us to see it, for the National Assembly to see it worthy at this material time, it's a welcome development. I think we are happy about that.
Do you think that will enhance the chances of your candidate?
No doubt about that. Asiwaju is a man of the people. He lost popular participation. I think we're happy with what they've done in National Assembly. And I think we are prepared to go through that route when the time comes.
Okay, your followers insist that Asiwaju possesses qualities that make a country great. They insist he has competence, capacity, capability, and that we foster innovation. They say he can create jobs and provide more economic opportunities for the people. What is your thinking about this?
Come again, so
yeah, a lot of people, especially those who call in, a lot of people say Jagaban, as he's popularly called, possesses the capacity and the capability to lead not just the party, but Nigeria. People have called in, I've read in the newspapers, we have seen on social media, a lot of people who clamor for him. They say he has capacity, he has capability to create jobs, to identify talent, among others. I want to find out from you, although you have stated some who are in the National Assembly, who are in this present government, we want to find out from you. You have also stated that he will replicate what he has done in Lagos in Nigeria if elected as president. I want to find out from you, don't you think that what obtained in Lagos may not be possible at the central?
Yeah, you see, for us, Asiwaju is bringing to the table a private sector experience. If you could remember, he worked at Mobil before he ventured into politics. It's not just somebody that just woke up in politics. He's coming from experience on the private sector, experience as an activist, a pro-democracy activist. These are people that fought the military. He was in exile. The other day, one of the colloquium, Wole Soyinka narrated the role Asiwaju played with people of like minds in exile for the enthronement of democracy in Nigeria. These were people in exile mobilizing the world on the need for Nigeria to have democracy. This man did all that. He used his initiative to raise money, build businesses, investing his personal money into the struggle. When he came in 1999, Lagos was a mess. As I said earlier, Lagos is equivalent to about 10 West African countries. Lagos has almost the largest or second largest population in this country. There is no ethnic representation that is not in Lagos today. So if somebody of his caliber could manage Lagos, we have no doubt in our mind that he will manage Nigeria effectively. And if you look at the scenario we find ourselves, we need somebody like Asiwaju to come and take over, to continue from where our amiable president will stop in 2023. Because he has the experience, he has the technical know-how, he has the resource. And he will, above all, he will put a good team. You see, leadership is about your team. It's not even about the person. And experience have shown us, history have taught us that Asiwaju knows how to pick a good team. So if he emerges president of Nigeria in 2023 by the special grace of God, we will have the best team that will work for the good of this country, irrespective of tribe, religion, ethnicity, or gender.
Don't you think he should remain as kingmaker and continue to earn that respect, as some have also argued?
If you look at what is happening now, as I said earlier, Asiwaju is not even aware what we are doing in TSG. But what we've been doing for the past 1 year is to galvanize, is for us to research, to gather data about the candidates, the likable candidates that we think Nigerians need. Research, strategy, and based on the data, based on the facts, based on the research at our disposal, the most popular person that Nigerians are yearning for today is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and that is why we are launching and we are instituting and inaugurating the steering committees. If not for the fact, if we had not gotten the right data, the right facts on the popularity of our national leader, we will not be doing what we are doing on Saturday. We want him to know that this is what Nigeria wants. It's amazing that the situation is something else in the northern Nigeria. The love we have seen for people of the north, from people of the north about his candidature is alarming. By the time they see this data, he will have no choice than to be on the ballot in 2023. So for us, it's about the people.
What is the fear? What is the fear? Is it about Asiwaju Tinubu that people want him out of the race? People want him dead. People say a lot of things. What do you think is the fear? What do you think is the problem? Assuming he's out of the race, will that enhance the opportunity?
He has said it even in some of his quotes that even vendors make money from mentioning of his name. So for him, he doesn't really care much what anybody wishes him. His focus, his eyes on the ball, and it's not deterred. It's not distracted. He knows what he wants for his country. He knows what he wants for his people. And I think he's just a focused man that does not get distracted by any of these traits or side distraction. So for us, we are not bothered what they feel On Saturday, we are expecting about 303 steering committee members, making it 9 per state, and National Assembly members, senators, House of Reps, that are some that coordinators in their various constituencies and senatorial districts. So the love and the love for him is amazing, is alarming. That's at the right time. There's nothing you can do about it. There are some people that will definitely hate you, but I think more people love you than those who hate him or those who wish him dead. So he's back on his feet. He's kicking. You can see his movement around and the courtesy calls, the solidarity by Nigerians on when So for us, we are not deterred. We are not worried. It's politics. It's a game, and such is expected in the political sector.
Aren't you worried with Saturday's congresses across the state? There are factional congresses across the state, although the Lagos State governor said any factional congress in Lagos State is a mere naming ceremony. But of course, a lot of factions have emerged. As the kingmaker, who wants to throw, who you guys want him to throw his heart into the ring? Are you guys not worried with what is happening across the state, that there are factional state chairmen emerging?
Yes, I think it's a political contest, and what you are seeing is expected. But I think there is a press statement from the secretary of the party, Senator Idodoyin, talking about the recognized body that have been considered to supervise primaries, state congresses across the federation. That it's only from them they report, they receive from them the legitimate report. So I think this has always been the usuals. During contests like this, there are people that are aggrieved, that will do otherwise, but at the right time, at the same time, the law will take its course. So I think there's a constituent body, there is a Congress committee that have been dispatched to various states. They do their reports, and the one attended by INEC will be upheld. So we're not worried. The one in Lagos, you can see it was Honorable James Fadeki that nominated the state chairman in the presence of INEC and other stakeholders. And that one, it was hitch-free. And that's when you see it in Lagos, in Osun, in Edo, all over the state. So I think we should not bother ourselves about the bare ballot talk or the media hype some people are giving to some faceless group crying foul where there is none. So we're not bothered, we're not worried. I just focus what we are doing. I think it was a huge success across the country. And I think the party will do what they need to do.
Asiwaju is seen as the leader of Lagos State politics. Just as in Kwara State, where you have the Sarakis who have been dislodged, people are saying if Otoge can happen in Kwara State, I read an article by the former presidential spokesman, Ruben Abati, that when will Otoge happen in Kwara State? Are you bothered about that?
Well, Lagos is not Kwara, and Asiwaju does not run Lagos as a one-man show. From what I know, he believes in superior opinion. He believes in popular participation. He believes in consensus and opinions of majority. So there are different levels of governance. There are different levels of structures in Lagos. There's the JC. There are leaders of the party. So I don't think that the man is too deep into what people feel about what's happening in Lagos. I think it's a different scenario. Lagos has been working. Lagos will continue to work. And I don't think that there will be any Otoge in Lagos, either now or later, until when God says it's up for him. So for now, he's here. He's enjoying the grace of God. He's doing the needful. People are happy. The party members are joyous. They are okay. There's development in Lagos. So people that are complaining that somebody has been this, has been that, is there development in their state compared to what's happening in Lagos? What leadership have been produced? All the successive governors in Lagos are stars, from Fashola to Ambode to Sawolu. You know, these are students of Asiwaju School of Politics that have excelled, that are doing fantastically well. So if you say such products is not good, so which is good? So for me, it's not here, it's neither here or there.
Okay. Oh, thank you so very much. Feel free to call us. The lines are there on the screen. Call us and make your contributions. Lastly, on Saturday, on the 23rd, you are going to be unveiling the legacies. I think you mentioned some already, and the inauguration of the steering committees. You also mentioned a lot of persons will be coming from the states, National Assembly members and co. What exactly, after that ceremony, what exactly will be the next step forward?
Yes, one we are unveiling his legacies to tell Nigerians who he truly is, so that they can get more information about who he is, not the media propaganda about him. Secondly, we are inaugurating the state steering committees.
Just a minute. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
This is John Mayaki, Charter District.
Yes, you are on to the John Mayaki show.
I'm calling from Okpela, it's a local government.
Okpela.
The support of Tinubu'S listing. I'm on a group chat. From there, I call this number.
Thank you so very much. What is your contribution, please?
My contribution is, how do we go about selling Tinubu'S to millions of Nigeria? So I want to know so that we start from the grassroots here.
Okay, I will tell the man speaking to us now. He is the one in charge on how you can start selling Bola Tinubu to Nigerians. He's listening to you now. You want to know how you want to start selling him to Nigerians. I will let him know and he will get across to you.
Okay.
Thank you so very much, sir. You can go ahead, sir.
Yes, I think after the inauguration of the State Steering Committee, the various states will start running. I know the state has 9-member committee from Honorable Dr. Sage, one Mrs. Helen Osifo, a number of people like that, 9 from the group. So I think this will be made public on Saturday, so their phone numbers, so they go back to the states to carry everybody along as regards activities of Asiwaju in various states of the federation. So basically, we are expecting 333 state steering committee members, 9 per state. We have House of Reps members who are coordinators of federal constituencies. We have senators coming who are central coordinators in the various central districts. It's a large movement that many people have keyed into. And I think by the time we unveil, the Nigerians will know that this is a moving train that all must join hands so that they can be part of this project. So we have no doubt about it that by the time we call on our national leader to put his cap in the ring, we have no doubt that to hit the core of Nigerians and get involved in such a project.
That is quite wonderful. Thank you so very much for giving us this audience on this show. At the earliest call, we call your office to say, please appear on this show. You were ever willing to say, John, you will make time for it. Thank you so very much for giving us this opportunity. We are grateful for giving us insight into the Asiwaju support group programs. This will be all on today's show of the edition of the John Mayaki Show. Until we come your way again.
Remember that life is a gift and that every day you live to witness is an opportunity for you to do something great. Not just something great, you need to change your destiny. Take charge and take care. Bye for now.
My pleasure. Thank you.